Okay, now we will see pH and TS diagram for this vapor compression refrigeration system. Now in this we will take two cases when dry saturated vapors are there at a compressor exit point. That means here. So dry saturated vapors at compressor exit point. It means obviously it is a mixture of vapor and liquid refrigerant at inlet of a compressor. So it will be a wet vapor. So first we will see pH diagram, pressure versus enthalpy. So we will mark, this is the inlet point. So this is first point. So first point having this property. After compression, this is second point. So second point having these properties. So compression in between 1 to 2. So suppose this is the first point, as it is inside this graph, that means it is a wet vapor, and when it is compressed, so its pressure will increase, temperature will increase, so heat also increase, so enthalpy also increases. So our graph will look like this. And at the exit point after compression, we are taking case when it reach to dry saturated vapor. So at the exit point, we will reach to this point on the curve, and this is point 2. So this is 1 to 2 is a compression process. Now after compression, high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant passing through condenser and its property gets changed to this property, high pressure, low temperature liquid. So this is third point. In plotting, a receiver does not play any role because before the receiver and after the receiver same property. So it is considered as a whole one thing. So third point after condenser. So in condenser what happen, only temperature reduce. So if it is after compression point 2 dry saturated vapor, so when heat is extracted, obviously latent heat, so temperature remains same but phase gets changed. And in pressure there is no impact. High pressure after condensation, high pressure, so pressure remains same, so horizontal constant pressure process. And after condenser we reach to point 3. Vapor converted into liquid. So dry saturated vapor during condensation loses its heat, converted into liquid form, and as it is a latent heat, so there is no temperature change. As there is no pressure reduce or rise during this, so constant pressure process. Next, after 3, which having this property, it is supplied to throttle wall. So obviously throttle wall inlet is a free position. After throttling, again property gets changed. So this is point 4. Point 3 having this property, point 4 low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant, and this is due to the throttling operation. And we know very well in throttling operation enthalpy remain unchanged, constant. So from 3 to 4 enthalpy is constant. So this is point 4. So compression process, this is condensation. This is throttling process. where enthalpy is constant, and after throttling, whatever be the properties passing through the evaporator unit and reach to state 1. And in evaporator unit, pressure, low pressure, low pressure. That means pressure remains same. So it is again constant pressure process. So pressure having no change. And this is evaporation. So this will be our pH diagram for this when dry saturated vapors are available at compressor exit. Now TS diagram, temperature versus entropy. So this is our first point before compression, wet vapors, so mixture of liquid and vapor refrigerant. As compression is adiabatic, so entropy remains same, and the end of compression will be a dry saturated vapor. So this is the end point of compression. Entropy remains same, adiabatic compression, and it is a wet vapor. When it is come out through the compressor, they will reach to a dry saturated vapor. So point 2. This is compression. After compression, it will pass through a condenser where only latent heat is extracted out. So phase change takes place, temperature remains same. So vapor to liquid. So phase change takes place. This is condensation. After condenser, we pass this refrigerant to throttle wall, and throttling process is completed within a fraction of second, and in ideally all these processes are reversible. Individual processes are reversible except this throttling, because it is carried out in a fraction of time, so it does not reach to thermal equilibrium condition, so it remains unreversible. So it cannot be a reversible process. So it is shown by non-reversible process, so dotted line. So this is 4. So throttling process. Non-reversible process. And after throttling, again through evaporator, it is extracting a latent heat, so temperature remains same. This is evaporation. So there is no change in temperature, only phase gate changes. Now suppose the second condition, when we are assuming that at the inlet of compression it is a dry saturated vapor, then what happens? If it is wet vapor, then after compression it becomes a dry saturated. But suppose at the inlet of compression, if it is a dry saturated vapor, then so for this condition, suppose our inlet of compression is itself a dry saturated vapor point. So as we compressing it, so it becomes superheated, enthalpy rises, pressure rises, so it will be represented like this. So this is our compression process. What to do? Because at the inlet it is already at a dry saturated, so it becomes superheated. This is the compression. Then at a constant pressure, because in condenser there is no change in pressure, so pressure remains same, and reach to third point, that is here. So after condensation it will reach to this position 3. So pressure remains same. This is the condensation. After that again throttling, and as I said, throttling is a constant enthalpy process, so it is a straight vertical line. Enthalpy remains same and reach to 0.4. Throttling process. And then after evaporation, constant pressure, so this is said by at the entry it is not 100% liquid refrigerant, it is a mixture of liquid and vapor. So at the entry of evaporation process, the 0.4 showing that it is a mixture of vapor and liquid, that is wet vapor. Here also it is a wet vapor. After evaporation it reach to wet vapor. Dryness fraction is different, but it is still wet vapor. But here after evaporation it is reached to dry saturated vapor. Now for this, if I try to draw TS diagram, then first point will be at this graph. This is our entry of compressor. As compression is adiabatic, so vertical line entropy remains same. This is our constant entropy process, compression 1 to 2. This is compression process. Now we can see that the end of compression is in a superheated region. Now when this superheated steam enters into the condenser, it will extract it. So first its temperature reduce and reach to dry saturation temperature. Then latent heat extracted, so temperature remains same but phase gets changed. From this to this, sensible heat is extracted, so temperature reduced. From this to this, latent heat extracted, so phase change and it reached to 0.3. So this is a condenser. So condensation process. Then throttling process, non-reversible process. So entropy increases during this, temperature drops. This is 0.4 throttling. And after throttling, it enters to the evaporator unit, and outlet of evaporator is a dry saturated vapor. So this is a evaporation. So if I draw vapor compression refrigeration system on pH and TS diagram, under exit of compressor as a dry saturated vapors or inlet of a compressor as a dry saturated vapors, so such kind of graph will be there. Hopefully this is understood and clear the idea.